Hi, I finished the shoes. This is one of those patterns with the foam sandals. The only thing you might want to do on these is where I've just velcroed the strap, you might want to take a little dab of glue and glue here to keep your strap from falling out, because there's really nothing to stop the strap from coming apart or off of the shoe if it comes loose. So if you don't want to lose your straps, I would probably go ahead and put a little dab of glue in behind here where your little straps are, and that way you can be sure that the doll won't lose these straps. Okay, so now I've made the shoes, and I'm getting a lot of people asking me for clothes. So I went and looked through all my scraps and fabric, and I found this little piece of seersucker. This is all I have left. So I thought I would make a little skirt, and then I was going to put a little bit of a ruffle on the bottom. I don't have a pattern for this, so I'm just going to use whatever scrap I have left and do it that way. So let me show you what I've got here. I've just got this little piece. I don't have any measuring tape, but I'll go get some measuring tape once I get the dimensions going here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it up. This is seersucker, so seersucker has not only a design pattern, it's also got a fabric pattern. So if you have a piece of fabric that you want to sew with and it's got these little holes in the side, that is your salvage. So I'm just going to take this piece of fabric and I'm going to fold it in half on the salvage, and I'm going to just cut it in half. Okay. Alright, so now I've got that, and I'm going to cut off the salvage part because I don't want these holes to be part of my skirt. So I'm just going to trim it, and how I'm going to trim it is I'm going to trim it at an angle. Turn this now because I've got a little bit. This is my top piece, and I have that piece of fabric already trimmed. So I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to cut the other side exactly the same way. Okay, so now we've got two pieces, but my top is not straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to determine now, do I want to make a little bit of a curve, which I do. So I'm just going to cut this waistband out so it's even on both sides, and I just gave it a little bit of a curve. So we now have the front and the back of the skirt, okay, and that will be our skirt. So the only thing we really have to worry about is the width from here and the width from here, and we want to even that out because we're going to add a ruffle. So I'm going to take this measuring, and I'm going to determine how wide I want my skirt to be. And I didn't trim this correctly, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pin it this time so that the fabric will stay in the right spot. And I'm going to make another little trim. Okay, so now I've got both of them together. So I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so now both my front and back is exactly the same. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure that from here and here is the same measurement all around.